Yo, hey, miners. What's going on, man? Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you guys. How's everybody doing? Looks like it's just going to be me tonight. I think there might be somebody joining me, maybe, but we'll see but for right now it's just going to be me. As you most of you guys know, I've been pretty sick lately, but so far I haven't missed a Saturday night stream, so I don't want to break it yet. I got this one and next week to go, so I want to do the whole year. So how's everybody doing? Everybody spending time with family and eating good dinner, opening presents and stuff like that. Hopefully everybody's having a safe holiday. Yeah, I'm feel a little better, man, but I feel like all my strength is just gone though. I like slept most of the day today and yesterday. It's definitely not been fun. So I'll probably be better probably after the weekend, probably I'm guessing. I haven't touched the mic yet, so you're gonna be disappointed, network bits. No shots tonight. Oh man. If you guys got any questions, you guys can at me at the chat. This is just gonna be kind of like just an AMA hangout, really. Um, maybe I got a couple things to talk about. Um, Share my screen here. Uh, so I don't know if any of you guys got eye polos, and I know I got a lot of flack on my last eye polo video, but it's doing pretty good though, man. I'm dual mining right now on eZill, so I'm getting Zill and Ethereum Classic right here. So kind of doubling down. So that's really cool that we get to dual mine Zill now. Does anybody else have one of these iPolos and has it on right now? All set miner. Actually, unfortunately, I've been checking the shipping on the L7 and it's stuck right now. And it's really weird the flight path that this went down, right? So it's coming from Hong Kong, went to Alaska, right? And then it flew all the way out to Kentucky. And I'm like, why would you just fly it out to like LAX, right? In like California. I'm like 6 hours from LAX. So it's I don't know why they chose to fly all the way out in Kentucky. So right now I have weather delays in my UPS from from the conditions out there. So I don't know when I'm going to get it. It was supposed to be here today or yesterday, but so I don't have the L7 yet, which is disappointing. And thank you, boss. Appreciate it. You don't have to donate to me. Oh man, thank you. Thanks, boss, for the 1999 super chat, man. Appreciate it. And I just kind of mocked up the thumbnail real quick with a little Christmas theme in like a couple minutes. Oh, how you doing? How you doing, Patrick? Ian? He says at the Mining King, you got the voice I had last weekend. Yeah, yeah. It's that time of year. People getting sick. Especially if you got kids. They're going to school. All those other kids are sick, and they're running around with those kids, and then they come home, and then everyone else just gets sick. Um, it's kind of the name of the game when you got kids. Let's see here. Smoky Dan gaming with Smoky Dan says at the Mining King, why no Santa cosplay? Dude, like you realize that when I was talking to Chump on my phone, man, I was just laying down on my couch, dude, like half dead. So yeah, no, I'm not putting nothing in my beard or dressing up as Santa. You can get out of here with that. So yeah, just been this little ASIC right here though, just been rocking, man. It never goes down. It's pretty nice. And then I started mining over here at Dark Fiber Mines, and this is for Bitcoin Z. Just giving it a shot, you know what I mean? So I put one rig on it. So far it hasn't even been a day, and it says I've already made 11,000. So it's kind of a another altcoin here. And by the way, please, if you're gonna do altcoins, make sure you protect yourself with VMs or put the wallet on a separate computer. We don't want bad things to happen to you. Mining King disclosure. I actually have my wallet in Zelcore, so it's integrated in Zelcore, so you can get this paid out on Zelle. So I like that. So at the Mining King S Chang, drink regular soda. Choose your favorite. You'll get over the cold faster. I don't really drink a whole lot of soda anymore. I got a coffee just to kind of wake me up that I made at home. Um, oh, Chris Hanley says that the Mining King whole family just getting over COVID. Yeah, it's that time of the year, man, where colds and illness is kind of going around. I know a lot of people have been dealing with it off and on for the last like 2 months, and it's kind of just been making its rounds around everybody. So, Max, the boss said I could start early. You go ask the boss. We were actually going to do it together, but yeah, uh, he's not able to join. So, if you want to jump in, Max, I will. Here, let me get you a link here, bud. Hold on. There you go, Max. I just gave you a link. Jim Cramer doesn't like Litecoin or Solana. I think I'm going to buy both. Oh, about to eat dinner. Okay. Yeah, that's all good, Max. Yeah, man. I'm just streaming for an hour tonight, guys. I'm still not feeling great, so definitely not going to be a long stream. That new ledger is sweet. Are you talking about the Ledger Nano S Plus all set miner? It is pretty. It is a pretty good. If that's the new one you're talking about, I actually have one of those. So yeah, mining some Bitcoin Z over here, dark fiber mines. Something else I'm kind of doing, and then I also turned on my S19 just for the heck of it. I'm gonna wait till I get one payout here. I think I'm like over halfway, so the yield on Bitcoin is definitely not good. But since I started, I definitely need to finish. So this is my Bitmain S19J Pro that I got from Panda. And it looks like this 24-hour hash rate's about 103 terahash. No, there is another new ledger's coming out. The new ledger's what's it called? Stacks? Go check it out, man. I didn't even know about it. Hmm. Whoa. Pretty much like a phone. Ledger Stacks was made for the day-to-day use of your crypto and NFTs with clarity and comfort. Clear sign your transactions with ease on the world's first curved e-ink touchscreen. 5,000 coins supported. Have a little, or just like a little short. Boy, that is loud. Hmm. Seems pretty cool. Oh, it's only $300. I mean, it's not bad. Might have to order me one of those things. Thank you, All Set Miner, man. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Gaming with Smoking Dan says that is what I shall be buying now at the Mining King. Then can sort out the live wallet to use once I get my payouts on what I'm mining, and then switch. Oh, there you go. Yeah, man, exactly. Yeah, Gaming with Smoky Dan. I have the new S Plus. That's also I like it a lot. Wait, what was that all set miner? You said it's gonna force me to buy an NFT? Customize your lock screen. Oh, with your favorite. If you want your lock screen to look a certain way, you have to use an NFT. Wow. Now they're making people use it now. Oh, I guess it'll help drive some business, I guess. It looks really cool. I'll have to pre-order one of these. Dang, man. We're taking pre-orders already. Not even gonna ship till estimated of April of 2023. Wow, man, that was a long ways away. Long ways away. Merry Christmas, bacon, eggs, and hash. What's going on, buddy? Travelers Travels, All Set Miner, Crypto Hunter. What is going on, everybody? If you guys got questions or something like that, let me know. Oh, we're, I'm talking to some of the other misfits here for the Saturday Night Live. So, what else do you guys want to talk about, man? Is there anything else you guys want to check out, man? This was really cool. I didn't know about this. That's kind of neat. Although this will be like my third ledger that I own because I own the Ledger Nano. I have the original one. Then I have the Nano S Plus, and then I'll have this thing. So Mining King, Crypto Craig says at the Mining King. Did you see the news on Visa saying that they can help get auto payments on ETH through self custodial wallets and smart contracts? They have a tech paper on it now. No, I did not. Unfortunately, I don't actually get regular TV, and I don't really go out and like watch it. I just kind of stream everything to my house, so I don't watch the news, regular news, a whole lot anymore. To be honest with you. Oh, so everybody, one of the misfits is going to make it in. I know he wants to be here, just so he could say that he was here. He's laughing right now. Here he is.
What's up, guys?
Hawk in the house. What's going on, everybody?
So I got a restaurant full of people, as you can see, but I figured I'd come in and say hello because I'm going to be here late. So, because Christmas Eve is like the busiest night of the year. So,
That's crazy. It's almost 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve, man. You got that many people in there?
yes, we had the fourth seating. So they just are finishing up, and I'm going to sit down and eat with my grandparents. So
that's crazy, man. That is
yeah.
I figured everybody'd be at home with family or whatever, not going out to restaurants, but
See,
yeah.
so it's about it's about 40 degrees out here right now in South Florida. So I had all these reservations.
Uh-oh, Hawk, you're breaking up, bud. We just lost you. Well, we'll see if Hawk comes back. Oh, there he goes.
Go. Where did you lose me at? My bad.
You said something about seating. We
So
lost you for like
I had all
last
these
30
reservations
seconds.
that were supposed to sit outside too, right?
Oh,
Well, it's
all right.
and nobody wants to sit outside. I had to go get one heater, had to get another heater. I only got one table sitting outside. They're like, bro, we're hungry. We just want to eat. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So I sat them outside.
Nice.
What are you guys talking about? I got a few minutes.
Not a whole lot. We're just kind of hanging out. We're looking at this new Ledger Stacks thing, man. It's look, it has this.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's like a giant.
Has this new touchscreen and all that stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Pretty slick looking. I'm probably gonna pre-order one. That's
Nice.
a really long wait though. Look, not coming out till April of next year.
Oh man.
So that's it's a long date.
Quick.
What about you, Hawk, man? What are you doing after you get off work, man?
I'm gonna probably just go home and I don't know, man. Maybe relax and then jump hot, and then tomorrow maybe I'll we spend some time with the family tomorrow. But then after the 26th, we hit it hard, man, and try to get everything ready for Terra. And then you're gonna be here the first, right? So the first or the
Sec
second week.
second.
Second,
Second.
right? So
Yeah.
then we just get through the holidays, man, and we're gonna hit the ground running. So that's just it. So I'm gonna go home and just chill out. Maybe if you guys are still streaming by the time I get home, I'll jump on again after I eat dinner and stuff. But
Oh
I don't
yeah,
like
no.
to miss a Saturday Night Live, man. I hate it, but the holidays, man. King
There
guys, King was making us feel so bad. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna do it." I'm like, "Shit, bro! Like, come on." He's like, "Well, home. I'm gonna do it." All right,
Sick and I'm still here.
trooper, man, trooper, pulling in those hours.
Oh man.
So,
Yeah. Let's see here. Leo Lustig. Not sure
yep.
if I'm terrible at names. Any idea when Neoxa might hit Zelcor? No idea, man.
It's supposed to. They announced it about a month ago, right?
They announced a partnership, and so did Meowcoin not that long after Neoxa as well.
Right.
But no word on the Zelcor integration yet. That would be cool
I don't know.
because I definitely am tired of the core wallet because it's awful.
Right.
So,
Anyways, King, I'm gonna run back inside. I can't see the chat right now, but guys,
uh,
everybody, Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. I will be back later if he's still streaming. And King will get some Call of Duty in later on tonight if you're up to it.
yeah, I'm up for it, man. I'm not going anywhere. I'm
All right.
awake now. I slept 16 hours. I'm good.
Yeah, fight that cold off.
All right, man. Have a good night, Hawk. We'll catch you later.
All right, bro. I'll see you later. All right, bye.
Well, that was nice of Hawk, man. Took a few minutes out of his busy day at the restaurant. Network bits. Hawk needs to upgrade his Wi-Fi in his restaurant. Man, I love it. Nice troll. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying here. Let's see. Any other? Travelers travel. Hawk crypto money. Bring me home a doggy bag. Oh man. Yeah, no problem, Chump. No problem. I'm probably gonna keep it for an hour tonight, man. Just like I said, I'm not feeling 100%, but so far haven't missed a stream and I haven't missed any of my videos. So I wanted my goal was for a year was to make all the streams and videos, and we're not gonna just miss out here at the last home stretch. So well, that's really cool. I don't really know what else to talk about, man. That's kind of all I've been doing. Is I got my S19 on right now. Actually, I am gonna use Unmineable here. I've never used Unmineable before, but I know you can. I know I can use my S19 to actually mine some of these other coins. But I wonder what their fee is though. For like, is it better just to mine the stuff directly and then like switch it out yourself? Like, where do you find their fee structure here? Doesn't really. Would it be in support? Maybe. What's this? Let's read here. It does not like. I don't know where it openly tells you what their fee is for converting or not. Chump says 1% chump or 0.75. Oh, okay. It's 1% unless you use somebody's referral code. Oh well, Chump, you'll need to send me your referral code then. All right, and that way I could get the 0.25% off. So yeah, I was thinking about using my S19 to get some of these other coins here, right? I was obviously going to test it out, which is weird because look, it's been Flux has been coming on and off here, and I don't know if that's like, but if you search it, it says it's there. I have 100 and we'll say just 100 terahash because it fluctuates. It would give me about 300 a month. Oh, it's really not that much. Let's go back. Let's change it to script. See what I would get with my L7. Whoa, look at that. 1,300 flux. You can make a cumulus note every month with that thing. Man, that would be awesome. Oh, here you go. Let's check out Monero. See here. Script. You get about 4. You probably ain't gonna get nothing with this. 1. I think it's kind of cool though, because you can get in some other currencies that you guys might want to get into. Wow, they even have Crow on here. Didn't know that. Kind of cool. Look, you could do Shiba. And they got a few coins on here. I wonder if these are just their popular ones that they like to do. Let's see here. Let's go back to the chat here. You can use your own referral code. Elemental Gaming. Well, I'm not doing that because I've done that with Amazon and that's frowned upon. So I won't use my own. Plus, I'd rather give it to somebody else. So, let's see here. My second, Trump says my second test week is going now. Should be done next week. I did one iPolo on the Ethermine and one on a mineable, and then swapped the iPolos and did a second test. Mining Patrick says at the Mining King, what I saw last year was that you got 50% of the mine value into whichever the other crypto payment you want. Might have changed though, but seemed like trash then. That's interesting, Gian. Everyone else says it's a 1% thing. Or so is that true, everybody? I no experience. I've never used this stuff over here. I was just gonna do one on like the L7 and S19. Do you only get half of the value of what you mined? Because if so, man, I think it would be better just to mine directly and then just swap it over yourself. Well, hold on. So let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. We'll go back to Flux and we'll do script, right? And check this out. It says in a month you would generate about 1,300 Flux, right? Okay, so let's um but that's not taking into account like paying your power and all that stuff. That's how much Flux you would get total. So I don't even know. Let's go. I don't even know what it is today. Let's look up Flux's value is 45 cents right now. So let's do some calculations here. You got why won't this move over? What's wrong with you? 1,300 divided by 0.45 is gonna be what? What are you doing? I mean, I know that's gonna be like $700, right? It's like I can't do math. I can't think right now, dude. My head hurts so bad. 1,300 flux. Why am I not doing this right? I can't think right now. My brain hurts. Oh, no, I know what I'm doing wrong. You gotta times it, dummy. Man, I'm tired. 585, right? Yeah, dude, I am just not thinking right now. 585. So $585 is what we would about mine with an unminable. Now let's go over to what's a mine. And just use this as a general basis. These numbers are not 100% right, but they're close. So it says total revenue will be $22 a day, give or take, right? And I know from a lot of L7 or these people in the community that have some L7s, it's usually a little bit higher than this. Usually get more Doge than what this thing says, but we'll just use it as a guide. So 22, 22 times 30 days. According to this calculation, you would generate about $666 worth of Litecoin and Dogecoin, right? Because it merged mines, so that's accounting for both your Litecoin and Dogecoin, I believe, in this little equation. Oh, it doesn't even add them up. Why doesn't it do that? Hold on. It just did it by nice hash. Okay, so hold on. It's even more. It's more than that, right? So Dogecoin is going to be $19.43 plus what's that? $7.19. $7.19. Okay, times 30 days. You'd be closer around you'd be closer around to 798 with the Doge and Litecoin, right? So at 800 bucks versus I think we came up with like $566 or 586. It's almost like you're missing 200 bucks of a profit that you could technically be making, right? Which you could then use if you had $200 more, you could get even more Flux. So if we have, was it 798 bucks? Let's see how much Flux I can get. Let's do the other conversion. It's always going to be a fee though, but look at that. You would have 1,700 Flux in a month. So it would actually you would stand to get more if you directly mined and then swapped it out. And the fees to move on Doge and Litecoin are really cheap compared to some other ones. So the fees would be very low. Patrick Ian did the math. He says it's about 36% you lose. Whoa, man, that is a lot. I mean, look at that. That's almost two Cumulus nodes in 1 month. So in 2 months, you would have enough for three Cumulus nodes because you'd have 3,400. Hmm. What's the question, Chump? What am I comparing? Oh, I'm comparing if you directly mined it, right? How much would you get? Like as far as fiat money, right? So we would get about this much in Doge and Litecoin together, right? Versus the 586 or whatever it was from doing the unminable in Flux. So you would stand to gain a lot more from directly converting it yourself. So if you come over here, I have the 9050, right, coming to me for my L7. It says I'll get about 1,301 Flux a month, right? Well, let's just come over here. Only $596. If you directly mine and then swapped it over yourself, you get $200 more. And I know there's going to be fees, moving it around using like simple swap, but you would still get way more doing it that way than doing it this way just by pure math. How did you calculate with the LTC? You come over here. I went to what's a mine and I came over here to the Doge number and the Litecoin number, right? Because you merge mine, right? I don't know if that's how it works or if this is like how much it'll generate total if you just mined one or the other. I don't know, but it merge mines. So I'm assuming you add the Dogecoin and the Litecoin together to get your total revenue. Crypto Hunter wants to know where am I buying my ASICs? they are going to be launching their site very soon. So until then, I'm going to keep it close to the chest. Patrick Murphy, I'll start the search. Let's see here. Let me scroll back up. If I missed any questions when I was looking at all those. Leo says, I use a Mineable on a PC with the 3090 in it. Did not seem like I got all I could with the 3090, but wasn't as low as half. Was a super noob then. Well, actual numbers I couldn't say for sure. Yeah, it definitely seems like, according to my calculations here, from adding your Doge and your Litecoin revenue and doing it over 30 days for a month, right, is going to be significantly more than if you do this. Yeah, Chubb, it'll be interesting to do a comparison. Um, Maybe what I'll do is I'll mine on the L7 for 30 days to get an accurate number, right, of how much Litecoin and Doge I have, and then do a convert from Litecoin and Doge over to Flux, and then I'll mine on Unminable for 30 days, and then I'll see actually how much Flux I get, which I feel like I'm going to lose on it, but I guess for testing purposes, it would be good to show everybody right in the community, and do an actual comparison. Chum says, now I'm going to test it. I still use the mini Doge to Doge on Unminable instead of F2 pool. Okay. Um, I know I know that Yeti and Mrs. Yeti both have mini Doges, and they mine to a particular pool where it's all converted to Litecoin, and it's actually more profitable to not merge mine with the mini Doges. If I believe I'm getting that correct. If not, I'm sure Yeti will probably yell at me tomorrow. Yeah, mass boost. Definitely there's going to be a play in difficulty as people turn on and off, you know what I mean? Or the difficulty goes up. So that's just something to really hard to account for, right? Because what if the previous month I mined Litecoin and Doge and then, just direct, and then the next month the difficulty goes up when I mine to unminable, right? And I get less. So it's going to be, I have no control over the difficulty. So So from what I know, Chump, I think Bread Panda did a comparison on this. He did that where it converted all of the mining into Litecoin, and he also did it into Doge. And I think per his test results, that it was actually the best was actually to merge mine. Um, at least with the L7, from what I remember. Uh, Chump Change is giving free financial advice in the chat right now. He's saying that Doge will hit $1. Everybody. He says he wants a fat stack of it. Says you should too. The travelers travel. Now you are going to have to test, right? Because look, the mini doges do better. Just um, they're mining to a pool where it converts everything to Litecoin, right? Which it's more profitable for them to mine that way, versus the L7 is more profitable, right? To merge mine. You'll have to test with an L3 plus. I don't have one of those. Um, I haven't done a lot of testing. Oh, how do I do that? Here you go. I'll show you. You're going to Hell King. Damn it, you're making me laugh. Uh, I have not financial advice, but I am not going to be trading all my Litecoin and Doge for Flux. I might do some, but it or a little bit, but no, I actually want to accumulate Litecoin and Doge for the next run. I think it will be huge in the next bull run, but that's just me, not financial advice. And then also, it's not even though I love Flux as a project, we if you're looking at it from an investment standpoint, right, you don't want to put everything into one place. So I need to trickle it around. So I want to go heavy on Litecoin and Doge. Patrick, Patrick, he jump change. You are a star. Oh man. So yeah, I might be doing some content maybe on Mineable, doing some comparisons. Now, look, it's a service. I get it, right? It's like a business. They have to make money, and I get that. But if they're taking like 30% of what you take, if what you get, that's a lot. That's a huge cut. They're getting a third, if that's correct. So that's just, I get why it's here. It's ease of use for, for people who don't want to mess with exchanges and stuff like that. Hey, I could turn on my GPUs and I could get this coin and that's it. That's great. But I think if you're losing a third of what you're mining is awful. Hey, what's going on, New England? New England crypto in the house. What's going on, buddy? You know what? Here, I'll put it in the chat here if anybody wants to come in and hang out for like the last half hour, man. You guys are more than welcome to come hang out. Here, let me get up YouTube here and I'll pin that thing. Let's see. Pin message. There we go. Anybody wants to call in and hang out, man, you're more than welcome to come hang out and join. Oh, I figured he was going to be the first one to call in. Here he is. We got network bits in the house, guys. What's going on, man? Here he is.
I'm on a streaming streak tonight.
Yeah.
This week, rather.
Yeah, you've been streaming all week with Chris, man. That was really cool.
I have my stuff set up. All right, sorry, King. What'd you say?
No, I said you've been on a streaming streak this week with Chris, though.
Definitely.
You guys streaming tomorrow or no?
I'll be streaming tomorrow night at 7. No
At
idea
7?
what I'm going to talk about. It's supposed to be the Christmas special, so I got to come up with something decent.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're expecting some good content from you. All right.
I'll try. Yeah, we can just talk about general crypto stuff on that stream, I guess. Dude, I have so many videos I want to make, but they just take so long. So streaming has been great to get some of these ideas out there. I just take the best of the cuts and run with it, and it's nice because you don't have to have a constant, stream of consciousness. The other streamers can jump in when you have nothing to say or need to think about what you're about to say.
Streaming is good. It's good to interact with everybody, but as far as like finding new like for people to find your channel in general, I don't think it's very good at all.
It sucks.
The streaming is to me is more for like your regular audience, that comes and hangs out with you. So I've been doing 3 videos a week the whole year, and it was a chore, man. I have almost 300 videos now, so it's been a lot of work to do it.
Yeah, you're rocking it.
But I mean, I'm nothing like Panda who does one every day. I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do it either.
Like this coming week, I'm kind of like I got one video kind of setup I can do. The other two are kind of they're in the dark right now. I'm not too sure what to do. So I couldn't imagine doing one every day. What do you think about this new ledger though?
Looks sexy. It's nice. Maybe I'll buy one.
What do you think about the if you want something on your lock screen, it has to be an NFT?
I don't know. Maybe. Good idea. But
Yeah, it'll get people to engage more with NFTs, I think, them doing this, I guess.
what do you think about NFTs in general?
I think the use case for them right now doesn't make a lot of sense, right? But
Yeah.
what they could be in the future, right, which is maybe this is like their proof of concept, you know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
they could be used for like storing like, medical, data, your personal information, all kinds of other things that could be stored on this would be great. The part I see being an issue with some of that more personal information is that it's going to have to get backed by the government, right? Because now you're getting
Yeah.
into a whole different world. But it would be great because, sometimes let's say you lose that information, right? As long as you had access to the NFT, you would never lose it, right? You ever had to like say you lose your ID, you gotta
Oh yeah.
go down to the damn DMV and stand in there for hours, waiting just to get your damn ID. Then you have to wait another 3 or 4 weeks in the mail or whatever it is, right?
I agree. The other issue I see with that is the general. Yeah, how many people end up making rookie mistakes in the crypto arena or just with technology in general? So you're going to have that issue with generation that doesn't understand technology and just
Oh, the
technology.
NFTs and stuff. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that too. I could see that too. Yeah, there is
but
definitely a lot of people who don't understand computers in general, or especially don't understand blockchain technology at all. So it would be a a huge undertaking to educate everybody properly to where they could properly use it. I,
yeah,
I agree with that.
but I look at NFTs like like a electronic access card. You're able to identify yourself with it and redeem or authenticate into whatever you need to. I think I like it from that standpoint.
Yeah, definitely. I just see from I guess a security and government standpoint, they're going to have to get accepted in order to utilize it for that type of scenario.
Hey, you know who's about to have the biggest NFT minting in history?
Oh, who?
Favorite crypto. I won't say
Mine?
the H word.
Oh, helium. It's not my favorite
Yeah,
crypto.
I know I'm joking. I'm
That
being
that thing's still sitting on my desk. That's Boost. If you're in the damn chat, we got to figure out what we're doing with that thing. Supposed to
what
take
kind do
that
you
thing a
have?
few months ago. Huh?
Well, you have a minted, right? So that is a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, it's the gold minted one. So it's the
Nice.
8 gigabit version.
Yeah.
So I got a 4 dB antenna for it too. It made me a whole in the 6 months. I made a whole whopping 2 helium. Let's go.
That is. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was a whole hyping craze for that stuff. We won't get into the helium thing.
No, I'm tired of talking about it. But yeah, there is a competitor coming up called Things IX. I think they're going to be. You could probably make some good content on it, but you're going to have to stand up an antenna and a gateway, but you can buy a pretty cheap gateway to use and put it on the Things IX network, from what I understand. But you'd use a mapper. So you'd just be able, like, when you go on your walks or on a drive, you just map and you earn both on the hotspot and on your mapping device for, realizing that proof of coverage. And if your neighbors have one, they earn too. So that's cool. Hopefully we'll see a coherent network runs with the idea and helps build the Internet of Things. But since you got Flux up, okay, I'm going to pose a question. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Never mind.
No, go ahead, ask your question.
So I'm teetering on the thought whether helium would be considered a Web3 project or not. What do you guys think? I know many of you in here are going to say it's not Web3, and there's some coherent points to that. But I kind of congregate all of what you would call TIPINs, token incentivized public infrastructure networks, into the Web3 realm, because so Flux would be like the endpoint, the hosting of the data.
Right.
Now you have, and that's publicly owned. That's owned by the infrastructure investors, the people who bought the different devices to stand up the Flux network. But you have, the infrastructure owned by the people that is transitory. So I was talking about one, Althea. It's basically people who stand up point-to-point radio shots, fiber, Ethernet cables to their neighbors, mesh networks. That is owned by the people. So would you consider that Web3? It's food for thought.
Food for thought. I like it, Joe. Would I consider it Web3? Yeah, I don't know if I want to answer that right now. At first glance, I want to say no, but maybe I'm wrong.
I guess it's just what you consider Web3. Patrick Guillen writes, no, it doesn't provide any enhanced anything for web use. It's not Web3 by any stretch. But what does Web3, like, what does Flux provide for enhanced web use other than, okay, you might be able to say it's decentralized, it's, I'm trying to remember the word for it, censorship resistant, in theory. I'll add that caveat, in theory. I mean, the government can step in at any point and say, hey, hand over the keys. We're going to regulate you. Whether you like it or not, that is the case for the majority of these networks, the vast majority.
Yeah, that's all something we don't want to see happen, though, if the government steps in and stuff like that.
But if you look at something like Althea, we won't keep mentioning, the banished name here. Althea, it's in a sense, it's decentralized. It's the everyday person standing up the networks and standing up the access to the internet. You can make the case that, because that's decentralized, it's somewhat resistant. I mean, they still have to abide by certain law if you want to be an ISP. But they offload that. So they have like their model is basically like, if you're one of the people providing a Wi-Fi mesh, Cat 5, Cat 6, or a point-to-point radio shot for connectivity to your neighbors, all that is encrypted end to end, but it sent back to the data center, and that's where it's the IPsec is terminated and then pushed on to the internet, and that's where the internet peerings are. And the network address translation takes place, the public IPs are divvied out, etc.
Little food for thought, man. Joe's always having some good stuff like this. And look, you say you have nothing to talk about on your streams. You're wasting your good content right now, Joe.
No, I do. I actually, if you look at the last video, I talk about this pretty in depth.
Yeah.
And I talk about, I like TIPINs, token incentivized public infrastructure networks, because that's what I do, work on the networks. And I go ahead.
Oh, here we got a question from Nick B. He says, King, what about other projects like Chia? Is mining with hard drives, SSD is a good idea? Well, one, you don't do with an SSD. They used to actually, so I'm not a huge Chia guy. When it first came out, you would plot with an SSD. Now they actually plot with RAM. I guess it's RAM plotting. And it's not actually mining, it's actually technically called farming. So, do I think Chia and stuff like that's good? Not really. I'm not really a Chia fan. Now, Flux once again has their own similar thing coming out right now. It's on their test net, which is the Fractus node, which is Project Thunder, but they haven't announced what the incentive is going to be on that yet. So that it's actually, I thought we were supposed to get the information before the end of the year. Maybe I'm wrong, but
So that's going to appeal in even more to there's 50% to the GPU miners creating that blockchain, then 50% is divided up by Cumulus, Titan, and what's the other one? I forget here.
thanks, Crypto Craig, for the $12.34. The 1234, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for streaming your content, King. You make some great videos this year. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Do try. Sometimes I get some good ones. Sometimes they're, probably not as good as others, but that is something that we struggle with as content creators.
We got a pretty good discussion going here about Web3 and whether certain tippins fall into Web3 or Web3 falls under the umbrella of tippins. Now, would you consider Flux, Chia, Threefold? There's another one I'm trying to remember. I know 619 OTA is going to tell me what it is, but would you consider those to be token incentivized public infrastructure networks like Flux? Would you consider it a network? I would. They're talking about doing load balancing between Web 2 and Web 3. Those are some network functions. That was the latest update.
That is technically network functions. Let's see. Let's see. Alexander Fleener. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name, sir. To me, Web3 are the services, websites, nodes, search engines, and Helium is to provide access to the infrastructure or internet to access Web3 services. That's what he says.
It's a good point. I'm just asking what you guys consider to be Web3 or not. So if transit nodes, if the infrastructure that provides that access isn't considered Web3, because yeah, technically it's not part of like the web as we know it as websites. That's a good point to be made.
That one was a good one. See if anyone else has anything.
But I consider all of these terms very generic and thrown around loosely.
Yeah. Sometimes they are for marketing purposes, I'm sure. Stretching the truth a little bit. Everybody does it, Clickbait. Wait, 400 terabytes, Crypto Craig. 400 terabytes on Chia? Whew, man. That's a lot of hard drive space, dude. Holy smokes.
Yeah, 619 OTA writes Akash. That was the network I couldn't think of. So you have threefold competitors, and I've looked at them just from the basic overview. I don't think they stand much of a chance against threefold. Sorry, Flux.
Okay,
Flux competitors. Whatever.
I've never looked
Threefold
up
might be.
Akash. Is that the name? Akash?
Yeah, but you need proprietary equipment for Akash.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem with it. So
Yeah, that's kind of turns people away a little bit.
Now there's another one, threefold. I'm curious if any of you guys have looked into it too deep, but they're trying to do what Flux is doing, but they don't categorize theirs as in the levels of nodes, which I like and I don't like, right? And they don't have a lot of stringent requirements just yet, but your payout is equivalent to that of they quantify them in units. So storage would be one of them. Your ability to compute. So
Like
The
your
proportion of,
EPS, your executions.
yeah, proportion of your CPU to RAM, and then your network units, which are basically how many public IP addresses you can provide both IPv4 and IPv6.
Whoa, okay, that's interesting. So, because yeah, it's much easier to get IPv6 public IP addresses right now than IPv4. So
Yeah.
IPv4 is like you're holding on to some gold if you have a /24. You bought it like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, there is not necessarily a shortage of IPv4 addresses in the sense that they're actually being hogged by all the people who are able to buy them up early. So, some of those companies are slowly releasing large blocks of them, selling them off. But yes, we are seeing IPv4 exhaustion. But look, it was 20 years ago that they said this address space is about to have exhaustion. We need to adapt to IPv6, and the vast majority of companies still have not transitioned to full IPv6 utilization.
yep, I wonder if Flux is going to do that.
I'm sure they will. I think they will real quick. I mean, if you the larger corporations, Google, a lot of the carriers, Comcast, AT&T, they very extensively use IPv6, but a lot of the smaller companies not so much.
All set minor. When am I going to Florida? I said that earlier in the stream. I'm probably gonna drive down there. So I should arrive there around the 2nd of January is my plan. So probably I'll be leaving in like in a week from today. So I'll be driving there. I think it's about a 3-day drive, and that's about doing 12 to 14 hours a day on the
Nice.
road.
You excited?
I've done some long driving, from Arizona to Washington State, so I'm not really looking forward to the drive, really. But excited to get down there and start working on it. Yeah, definitely, man. It's been, man, dude, we've done so much planning and like so many hurdles have come in our way. I just want to get down there and start hammering these things out and get this place up and going. So he says, "Fly, man." So this is the problem with me and flying. I hate being on the damn plane, dude. Being crunched up to people like that, man, it bothers me so hard. I can't do it. I hate it. So unless I'm flying first class, I'm not flying. And this time of year to fly is too much. So I'd rather just drive. Plus, this way, if we need a truck while I'm down there, I'm gonna have my truck with me. So I got a 2019 Ram 1500. So if we need a truck to do some stuff, I'll have my truck with me. So not a big deal. What's up, Tanes? How's it going? Sorry to say, Tanes, but the stream is only going on for a few more minutes, bud. As usual, you come in right at the end. But then again, I did stream an hour early, so I guess that's my fault. I just kind of wanted to do the stream a little earlier. Everybody's spending time with family and stuff like that. Crypto Hunter, those are my thoughts about Project Thunder as well. You need to know. Well, so how about this? You know one incentive already. The first incentive is it's going to be another Cumulus node, right? So you'll get that one. You'll be sharing with the other Cumulus nodes, but you'll get an extra incentive for being a Fractus node, and that's the part they haven't said yet. So
Nice. I love what Flux is doing.
it's really good. I am a little curious about their partnership though with OVH. So it's a huge data center company. They just announced their partnership like 3 days ago. Um, I just hope not like a big corporate entity just takes everything over for Flux, right? So that would
Yeah.
kind of give the wrong decentralized feeling there. You know what I mean?
Oh
So,
yeah, it would be the end of the
so I'm watching that closely to see how that partnership works and how they utilize that partnership.
that always seems to be another risk in any crypto venture when these companies are these projects start getting big enough. You see, large corporate interests come in, say, hey, we can offer you all this money, all this expansion and modularity, bring us in, and then you see much of the community revolt.
Yeah, it's a fine line because once you kind of go to that corporate route, you know what I mean? That's when things can either go great or they can go really bad. So
Yeah,
it's a fine line you got to walk.
and it also it comes down to how nice do you want to play with the existing entities that are already in the space and do those partnerships for that type of adoption. It's 50-50 within the community that I find. I mean, some it's a real turnoff for some people, the others see substance in it. So
Yeah. Crypto Craig says at the Money King, the thing that really kills me about Flux and others is that they are not supported on Coinbase and other exchanges. And yeah, I agree. That's if they had acceptance there in Coinbase or like crypto.com or somebody like that, I think their price would dramatically go up. Now, whether or not crypto.com or Coinbase has approached them or not, I'm sure they have, but I know most exchanges want you to pay to be listed, right? And I don't think Flux would ever want to do that. They want to just have you list them on there. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I know they do that probably with some projects like when Doge got really popular, right? And mini Doge and all that other stuff. They just put it on there because the masses, that's what they're buying, right? That's trending. So they want people to get that stuff. So I think it's still pretty good that they're not on there because if you want to get in on Flux, to me, this is like, before this goes up like Amazon, you know what I mean? It gets humongous. This is a good time to get into Flux.
hmm
So I still think it's a good time.
Bacon, Eggs, and Hash writes an interesting comment. Oh, trust me, those companies do their research before they approach a project, and I would tend to agree somewhat. There will be early on partnerships. I don't even want to call them partnerships. Like early on discovery phases announced that will be public and there will be all this hype generated around it. But when that company starts doing their actual due diligence and realizing what's under the hood with a lot of these projects, then that's when they back away. But it's already in the public's eye, already within the crypto community, that project's community. They're all already thinking, oh, we got this big company on board, we're going to do great. Not always the case. Like I said, a lot of the discovery phases, they're publicly announced and it generates hype, and the hype is good for both entities, the crypto project and the company, but it's not always the joyous talk that you hear.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see here. Got a few people not liking Coinbase. Oh yeah, everybody has their own exchange that they like to use and
Mhm.
stuff like that. All right. Last question to everybody in the chat and to Joe over here before I go, right? So I'm going to go for 5 minutes. It'll be an hour, 10 minutes. Because then I'm going to get off and probably lay down for a little bit. And then I'll go kick Hawk's ass in some Call of Duty. What do you, in the next bull run, what do you guys think Flux is going to be at? You think it's going to go right here back to its all time high? You guys think it's going to be somewhere down in, here? Or do you guys think it's just going to go way more than that? Right here, it's like at $3.20, I think. So, and
I'll
actually, I
venture to
got my
say
node. My first node was right around this year. First node is right around here, and I bought some of it too and traded into it with Ethereum.
I'm going to go off on a whim here.
Uh-oh.
And I haven't looked too deep into it, but based on what I've seen, I think you're going to see a much higher all-time high, especially if they get on exchanges, which I think they will. There's a lot of momentum behind this project, and that's what is going to pump that price.
Oh, let's see here. Let's look at the chat here. We got $8, $10, $5, $5. Whoa, Travelers Travel says $50 the next bull run. Whoa.
I'm not sure I want to say $50, but I'll put it between 30 and 40.
Now, I would say that probably in the next 5 years, sometime between now and 5 years, I think it will be between $50 and $100, right? I think it'll be at that point, which is what I kind of want to get at with the Flux nodes is this is why the Flux nodes, you will love your Flux nodes. Just think about that. If you're making, say it gets down to like 9 Flux a month, right? Or even less, whatever it is. Say
Yeah.
it's 9 Flux a month. That's $900 if it got to $100 that you're making passively from each of your Cumulus nodes. It's a long-term strategy. So All Set Miner says $80 in 5 years. Freedom says $30. All right. Nobody over $100 though. Interesting.
I think they're
guys.
making all the right moves from a PR standpoint.
I
All
do
the right
too.
moves.
They're doing all like natural growth, you know what I mean? Which is I think the
Mhm.
smart play. I would agree. Ooh, Patrick Murphy says $100. You saying $100 next bull run, Patrick? Or is that in 5 years? Go for another 3 minutes here. We'll hang out. I'll end it at an even hour 10. I went over my hour mark. Dang it.
Nice.
So this is once again back to this question, and this is the like Trump says right here is the problem, which is a semi red flag for him is why is Flux still not listed on Coinbase or crypto.com? Well, so technically you could get it on Binance and you can get it on crypto.com. I believe it's either going to be Flux ETH or Flux Binance that you get from those exchanges. And then so that is a parallel asset, so you'll have to do the fusion, right, to convert it back over to native Flux inside of Zelcore. So technically you can on crypto.com. I think you get Flux ETH or Flux Binance. So you can get it, but as far as native Flux on Coinbase or crypto.com, no, you cannot buy native. Whoa, look at Mass Boost here. He says, I could see it hitting $500 in the next bull run. When looking at the percentages of increase of coins like Flux, Ergen, oh, really? Compared to the other coins, that's interesting. I hope so, Mass Boost, because you know what, dude? I'm gonna be selling on the crypto yacht over there. I hope it hits $500. I'll come pick you up in my boat, okay?
And chump change, I think this is, both a positive and negative. If you're not going around asking these exchanges, paying them to bring on your, coin, you're looking at natural growth. They're going to adopt it when they feel that they can no longer ignore the elephant in the room, which I think that is what we'll be looking at in the next few years with Flux.
Right, because you see like other coins like Neoxa and like Meow Coin and stuff like that, right? I know Neoxa, they had to pay to get on a few exchanges, right? So I think the natural growth way is probably the best way to be accepted.
And let me shout some blasphemy. I'm going to compare Flux to helium. I think you're going to see the hype and rage of Flux without the mania that you've seen with helium, because once again that natural growth it's Web3. So with helium, it's IoT. They're both known economies. They're both projected to be, you know, the rage and of this decade, IoT and Web3. And you see a much faster adoption path with Flux for Web3 than you've seen with helium for IoT. So I certainly think there is price potential there when it comes to the utility actually hosting those services.
Uh-oh, we got chump change going off in the chat here. It's the boss. All right. No, you cannot buy native Flux on any of the major exchanges. You can buy the Flux Binance or Flux ETH, I believe, from those, and then you have to move it to Zelcore and then do the fusion, right, and take it from the parallel asset chain and turn it into native Flux. You can do it that way, but Chump is
Do you
correct.
have a video on that? What parallel assets are?
The Money Kick Business Solutions is closed right now. Please call again.
I'll be expecting one in the new year.
I'll be expecting one in the new year. And they haven't even announced if there's going to be more parallel assets past these initial 10. There is so far not a limit technically. So there will only be 10 parallel assets active, though, at one given point for mining. Yeah, so KuCoin, you can get that, but I do believe that you can't buy the native Flux from KuCoin if you live in the US because of the geolocation stuff there, which sucks. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, Joe. Thanks everybody for coming on tonight. I know it was kind of a slow little stream here. We're just kind of hanging out. It's Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas to all you guys. Happy holidays. Everyone stay safe. Enjoy your time with your family. And I guess I'll catch you guys on Terra Hash Tuesday next week.
Yeah.
So
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
See you later.